Hitting flushed and compressed iron shots all stems from controlling the lead side of your body. Now here's what I mean by that. So many amateur golfers on the way down are popping up with their lead side. When you do this, it brings your whole swing off the ground, bringing your low point or contact back, meaning you're going to hit it fat, thin, maybe even top it. But the best players in the world, they do the opposite. They are not scared of the ground. So what they do is as they start down, they lunge down towards the ball, lead side lowers, and then they push up away from the ground, giving them that beautiful contact. Now this movement can often be scary. As soon as we start to lower in the downswing in transition, a lot of golfers are fearing the fact that they're going to fat it or thin it. But it's a crucial movement that we have to get right if we want to generate shaft lean and move our low point past the ball. So today, I'm going to show you how to achieve this. But before we do this, let's take a look at some examples. So these golfers here, you can see all of them in transition, they lower the lead side of their body. So we can see their left knee, their left hip, their left shoulder, they all work down and forwards. Now they're not doing this and lunging their upper body ahead of their lower body. They're still keeping that relationship with the hips ahead of the chest, but they are moving down and forward. Now an amazing analogy that I want you to think about is one of those theme park rides that swings back and forth. If you imagine that a little bit like your body motion or a little bit like the golf club, you will see as it swings, it starts in its lowest position, which is right in the middle. It then swings up. That's you feeling you maintain some height in the backswing. It then comes down, that's you feeling yourself lower, and then coming back up as it swings all the way through. That is actually exactly the same thing that happens in the golf swing. So as we go through this lesson, I want you to think about that analogy, the swinging the boat. So anytime you see me go up, I want you to think about the boat swinging to its highest point. Anytime I start to move the left shoulder or left side of my body down, I want you to think about that boat coming back down to its lowest point. And anytime you see me push away from the ground, I want you to think about that boat going all the way to its highest point on the other side. So if you imagine this alignment stick here, if I put some bend in it, is my golf swing. It's sort of the bottom of my arc. Now, if I'm popping that left shoulder up, you see how my swing arc starts to come up off the ground. So the reason that this dip down and forwards here is crucial is watch the arc. You can see how it lowers closer to the ground. Now obviously if you imagine that arc is extended all the way down to where the club head is, that is what allows me to be able to have the opportunity to take this divot. It lowers my arc below the surface of the ground. Then from there, we just got to make sure that we're able to hit that ball and then ground contact, because solid contact is going to become easy and effortless. So let's break this movement down in a little bit more detail. The key that you have to make sure is you set this up right. And the way that we're going to do that is to ensure that as we swing back, if I draw a line on the top of my head, is that I maintain my height in the backswing. A massive issue I see is golfers, they drop down in the backswing. When they drop down, you now have prevented yourself from being able to drop down more in transition. So this is why often you'll see golfers pop up. So a very simple exercise you can do is get a buddy to help you at the driving range and just to hold a golf club on the top of your head, make a swing and feel like your head stays connected to that golf club. If you drop, your head is obviously going to come off the golf club. Now when you're doing this, you'll feel like your legs are just pushing you away from the ground and you'll feel like your right shoulder is working nice and high in the backswing. So then from there, it's setting us up with the opportunity to have this down and forwards movements with the lead shoulder. If I draw a circle around my left shoulder right here, the key that I want to see is that as I swing to the top and start down, is I can move the left shoulder down and forwards past where this dot is at address. So I'm going to go dot on my lead shoulder at address, turn to the top, move that left shoulder down and forwards past where it was. Now the reason I want to move it past is this helps me be able to hit the ball first and the ground second. And the reason I want it to work down is obviously to lower the arc so I can actually take that divot. Let's talk about how to train this. So for visual purposes, I'm going to place an alignment stick just a couple of feet in front of the golf ball here to represent my target line. So if I was hitting a dead straight golf shot, I'd want to hit that alignment stick right there. Now, I'm going to take the golf club, place it on my shoulders just like so, with the grip pointing down towards the target. I'm going to go to the top, feel like I maintain my height. Now as I shift and start down, I'm going to feel like everything shifts towards the target. The left shoulder works down and forwards, but here's why I put that alignment stick there. I want to make sure the golf club points to the right of that alignment stick. I don't want it opening up too quickly. If I do that, I'm gonna swing over the top. So it's here and shift. My left shoulder feels like it's lower. I feel like I'm lower, and the shoulder is pointing just to the right of that alignment stick or the target. So it's to the top, feel like I've kept my height, shift everything down and left. You can see that gets me in a good position, still pointing there. Now keep doing this exercise, keep doing this feeling. It's gonna help you start to learn what it feels like to move your body correctly, and you'll be able to feel your feet work in a completely different manner. You'll feel lower to the ground, and now you'll be in a position to where you can get everything into a great delivery position. That's a great way of mapping it out. What's a great exercise to actually do this with some fluidity whilst hitting a golf ball? Well, for that one, we're going to get rid of the alignment stick and we are going to do a basic step drill. So if I set up just inside the ball to start with and bring my left foot to my right, I'm going to do a little swing, and as I finish the backswing, I'm going to do a little step, and as I do that little step, I'm going to be feeling like the lead side of my body can work down and forwards. Like I say, it's not a lunge of the upper body. It's not like my head's going miles forwards. I am moving my whole body down and left, and you can see I'm keeping that head nice and centered. So to the top, down and forwards, and then through. If I hit a shot for you here, I'll go nice and slow here and then swing through. So you can see from the front on view there, as I did that step, I was able to lower the lead side of my body. So what your body will naturally start to do is when you start to shift down and forwards, you will get into a lower position. Your brain will suddenly go, well, hold on a second, I'm close to the ground. I need to now push myself away from the ground as I come through impact. Now, the reason this is phenomenal is it's like a slingshot effect. As my body pushes then upwards, late on in the downswing, the club fires down to the ground and releases. That is the beautiful thing about this movement, is you don't necessarily have to think about that. It happens naturally, but as you are shifting, everything is going to start to release outwards, which is amazing. So how can we actually transform this into a simple swing thought that you could take to the golf course and go play some good golf with? Well, what I want you to do is grab your golf club in front of you just like so, and imagine this is a really heavy dumbbell. And I want you to go, right, what am I going to have to do to get this golf club swinging side to side? Well, in the backswing, I'm going to feel like I keep my height and sort of push my legs away from the ground. That's the first feeling. Now, once I've then done that, kind of like whenever you go to a theme park, you always see those rides that just rock back and forth. You're up the top of that ride there. Now, once you're in this position, you're going to allow that ride to come back down to the lowest point before then it comes back up. So we've all been on one of those rides. It makes your stomach go a bit funny. It goes up, down, up. Exactly the same thing as a golf swing. We go up, down, up. And that is the same motion that we're looking to see through our swing. So grab the golf club, go up, down, up. Do it again, up, down, up. Then from there, you can step in with your golf club, do a couple of swings, up, down, up. And it's a really nice fluid swing thought. And I love the analogy of those rides. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and the channel a subscribe. If you need more one-to-one help with your game, I offer online coaching on the Skillest platform. The link is down below.